And you can see again that dust starting to build up. We have systems in the aircraft where if the dust gets too much, the aircraft will actually tell us the exact power setting and nose settings that we need to land on the spot every single time. So now that he's stabilizing a hover, he'll do a little right pedal, face the crowd.
A fish now, he's just showing off.
You know, we're a workhorse. We don't get to show off often, so when we can, we will. He'll do a little slide to the right. Stop. And slide to the left. And stop. And he'll do a little twirl just for you, doing a full 360.
Now, at this point, obviously, the flight control computers are doing a lot of stability, in fact, stab augmentation, if you will, on the aircraft. As those fail, you can still maintain control, I guess, at some level.
Absolutely. So most helicopters are constantly making small adjustments in a hover. Our automatic flight controls will do all of that for us. So the less we do, the smoother we are. Now that he's completed his 360, he's going to turn back around, face the runway, and bring it back to a landing. So one of the next things we're going to show you is a short takeoff. We have the ability to roll our nacelles all the way down to 60 degrees. And if we're a little bit too heavy for a hover, we can just take off like a plane. And that means more cargo, more people, more fuel to accomplish the mission. So he's brought the nacelles down to 60 degrees. He'll smoothly apply the power shortly and start rolling. And as it builds power, gets wind over the wings, it'll generate enough lift to help the Osprey take off just like any plane.
It's about 500, 600 foot takeoff roll. Pretty nice.
Aquí hay un show de avión aquí en Santa María, California. Muchos saludos para todos ustedes que están mirando mi video. Se les agradezco mucho, mucho y un saludo muy grande para ustedes. Gracias por mirar mi video. Gracias por seguirme. Un abrazo fuerte para todos. Yo aquí estoy en un show de aviones aquí en Santa María, California.
In addition to that, the Navy also has new CMB Ospreys as well to help logistics with their carriers. In addition to that, we also have the Japanese Self-Defense Force who has also purchased Ospreys. So there's 4 different groups who fly the Osprey, and they all train at the same squadron, VMT 204, out in North Carolina. I'll have you know that's a Marine Corps squadron, so they all learn from us.
Aquí estamos cerquititas.
Quieren que estés allá con ellos.
Sí, pero que se arrimen,
So
aquí no hay
right now they're
nadie.
using an airplane pattern. They'll bring it around, just like if
Mira,
we're
todos
too
aquí.
heavy to take off in the hover, sometimes we might be too heavy to land in the hover. So one of the things, just like we can take off like a plane, we can also land like a plane. This also comes in handy in an emergency situation. If we're just single engine and have a little bit reduced power capabilities, we can run it on as high as 88 knots and then just bring it back with the nacelles to slow us down with aerodynamic and thrust vectoring.
Cómo acomodan los aviones.
So as they're going through the 90, one of the other things, capabilities that we have is aerial refueling. I talked a lot about how speed and range is our big benefit. Our range can be extended indefinitely with the addition of auxiliary fuel tanks that we can install in the cabin, as well as air-to-air refueling. One of my first launches out in Hawaii, we deployed all the way from Hawaii to Australia with just 2 tankers and 3 days of transport. And the only reason we stopped is because I like sleep.